Hello, welcome to the eInstruction Mobi presentation. First we have a product description. The MobiPad is an eInstruction, provides teacher with a mobile whiteboard. It allows teachers to give instruction from any area of the classroom, providing a digital writing tool. Because it is Bluetooth, it's a wireless connection, and anything that you project from the projector is projected onto the screen, and the tool allows you to use the pen as a mouse. You also may write on anything, and the software that comes with the product provides games and testing tools for supplemental instruction. The purpose of implementing this tool is so that teachers will have more mobility and enhance instruction through the use of technology. Because it's wireless, teachers will be able to have greater proximity with the students, walk around the room to check for understanding instead of being secluded to the whiteboard. And the software that's provided gives interactive activities for building skill as well as remediating skills in correspondence with the course of study for each area of concentration. So the tool will assist teachers in giving more animation and colorful options, which will help the students become somewhat more motivated. The benefits of adopting this tool or implementing this plan is that you improve classroom management due to the mobility of the instruction, because teachers will be able to interact with students more. That classroom management is boosted. Greater collaboration between staff members, because the training sessions will require teachers to collaborate together and share successes. There will be more technology integration because of the nature of the tool technology used for instruction. There are numerous supplemental activities with the software, interactive games, interactive learning sessions, graphic organizers for the instructors use. Differentiated instruction for students. Like I said, there are graphic organizers. There are things like a skeleton where you drag and click the matching vocabulary with the correct bones. There's also, you create a learning community for the teachers by participating in the training sessions. They will be learning together and discussing together and even teaching each other new things. And communication of lessons for parents. The lessons can be saved and emailed to parents so they can see what's been going on in class with the Mobi. As for the cost of this product, there will be 15 teachers and one eInstructors Mobi per teacher at $340 total to $5,235. Each teacher has already been supplied with a laptop and projectors for each implementation, but for maintenance, for bulb replacement, or other technical difficulties, since one projector bulb replacement costs about $150, $2,250 should be placed in the budget cost. No cost for professional development, because it will be conducted by the lead teachers. Goals. The overall goal for this plan is that by the end, from May 2012 to May 2013, what we would like to see is that 90% of all participating teachers will implement the eInstruction Mobi to differentiate instruction and create an interactive classroom while also gaining mobility. We would like for at least 100% of teachers will utilize the eInstruction Mobi for classroom instruction by May 13. That's the minimum goal. What we would like to see is our teachers be 100%, but our main goal is 90% will be using the software. Stakeholders. Our stakeholders in this project are the administrator, principal, lead teachers. Will be 2 lead teachers, math teachers, all teachers, parents, and students. There are certain risks involved with adopting this plan, and there are some known risks, and there may be some organizational resistance and market acceptance of this tool, because teachers will need to change the routine way that they have been implementing their instruction. They'll have to change some things, like some teachers that use an overhead projector. It will be a definite adjustment for them to change their instruction to using the MobiPad. Time may be another known risk due to attending training sessions and taking time to learn and implement the tool in the classroom. Staffing may also become a problem because there are only 2 lead teachers to assist teachers in implementing this tool. Predictable risk. There's an external factor. There's a possibility that there may not be enough funding to keep the equipment in working condition. In order for the tool to be implemented appropriately, each teacher must have working projectors and computers. Maintenance cost has been included in the budget, but it may not cover some costs. Due to the external factor of economic changes, there may not be enough funding to continue the project another term. That is, if the maintenance cost outweighs predicted costs. And the next portion of this presentation includes a short video clip from eInstruction, just showing you some of the ways that it can be implemented. It shows a math class, how it's using. The one thing it doesn't show are the many components of the software, which I would have shown in class, but I couldn't find a video that would show that. So at least you get an idea of what the MobiPad does in the class. You'll also see a component that goes with it called clickers.
Good. 105. 6. We end up with our improper fraction 105, 6. And then? Good. We end up with 17. And 1. I think the greatest part about Mobi is that it allows you to it gives you ultimate freedom in the classroom. It allows you to move around the classroom as you're working with the students, so you can strategically place yourself at somewhere else.
Having multiple Mobis in the classroom permit you to have the students collaborate more. They can work together in groups, bounce ideas off of one another, which is extremely important at this age level. So it permits a true collaboration of ideas.
One of the biggest advantages with the CPS Pulse has been that I'm now getting the data in real time. I can be more proactive with what I'm doing rather than reactive. So in the past where I've had to wait for an exit quiz or the results of a test to know if I can move forward with material, I'll find out during the class period if the students are mastering the material, and we can make those corrections during class.
It may be better in math because during independent practice before, when I didn't have the clickers, it gets that I have it right. But now knowing that I got the clicker, I know if I'm right. I won't have to keep raising my hand asking, oh, is this right, is this right?
Generally, we use the clickers every day, but often in the beginning of class, in the beginning of the year, students will be coming into the classroom and asking, are we using the clickers today? Are we using the clickers today? And until they get that the answer is always yes, I always get that question. In our first year as a school, we had 65% of our students pass the state math exam.
Using the eInstruction technology in class, Eric was able to get all of our students to a level of proficiency and earning 3s and 4s on the exam.
We saw our state test scores jump from 65% to 100% of the students passing.
Over the years of using the technology, we saw that not only were we able to move all of our students to that level, even students who were really struggling, but we also increased our number of students earning the advanced scoring on the state exam, which is an exciting thing to see that not only are you moving the lowest students to a level of proficiency, but also the proficient students to that next level.
Math class has changed because we get to use technology now, and it's not all just paper, and it's more fun now.
The technology really has played a huge part in us being able to focus in on every individual student. Rather than looking at teaching as something you do for a whole class, we're able to see how that teaching is translated to an individual student's performance. It's really helped teachers to maximize what they're doing in class because they can reteach at the exact moment the student is struggling.
You are a more effective teacher. You don't have to be bound to the front of your room. You don't have to be standing there to point to something on the chalkboard anymore.
Okay, that is the end of my presentation, but there's some other things that I would like to highlight. As an attachment, I'll be attaching my statement of work so that you can view it, and you'll see the breakdown here, and then the purpose, the project deliverables will be expected there, and the overall goals and objectives for each stakeholder, as well as the schedule of activities when things will be done there, and a chain of command for our project. And we've already gone over risk. So I will attach that along with my presentation. Also, we'll attach the work breakdown structure. There's an overall view, and then each section is highlighted for you, deliverables, training, when each one will take place and what will take place here. Reward plan, maintenance and upgrade, infrastructure, evaluation plan, and documentation. Once viewing all of that, I did have one, and the Gantt chart will also be included there. Here's a breakdown of everything. Here you'll see when things are to be done and how long they will go on for. I'll include all that as an attachment along with my presentation. But here's a handout that I was going to give you. Product description, purpose. There are some changes to my statement of work that I will be making. I think there needs to be more money in the budget for implementing the reward plan. In my original budget, I said there would need to be no money allotted for professional development, but I think that I need to include money for professional development for prizes and refreshments at the meetings, so that those lead teachers will have something to work with, and they won't have to spend their own money on that kind of thing, so that the motivation will be consistently implemented. And also another thing I think needs to be improved is there needs to be a way for parents and students to assess the product, because they are stakeholders and they need to have input in its effectiveness. Also, there is no defined project manager other than the project team, which consists of administrator and 2 lead teachers. I think that I need to be more definitive there. Also, as you saw in the video from my presentation, one of the things math teachers are using along with the Moby are the clickers. And as it's not in my plan was strictly to implement the Moby pads, but the math department has already purchased a class set of clickers. So I think it's important to include training for math teachers specifically using the clickers, as that is a big part of their software that they can implement to remediate students right there in class. So those are some things I think need to be changed in my statement of work. And I hope that you have suggestions for me, and I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and I look forward to seeing yours.